On April 23, 2016, the German beer purity law turns 500. Although some question it, the German beer purity law is an internationally recognized quality seal. Nearly 700 years ago, the city council in Nuremberg decreed that barley was to be the only grain allowed for making malt. The reason was to ensure that enough wheat and rye for making bread was available. And brewing with wheat was a privilege and was only allowed after obtaining expensive licenses. But it was on April 23, 1516, that the Bavarian dukes William IV and Louis X decreed in Ingolstadt that henceforth, everywhere in our cities, towns, and in the countryside, all beer will be brewed using only barley malt, hops, and water. By the way, yeast wasn't included because nobody knew about yeast until Louis Pasteur's mid-19th century discovery. One reason for the new law was to protect people from intoxicating ingredients, such as henbane and opium poppy. Instead, only calming hops was to be used. Another reason, of course, was protectionism, because prior to 1516, Grut was used instead of hops. But that herb didn't grow in Bavaria. The Bavarian regulations of 1516 established how beer was to be properly brewed. Originally, this law was only valid in the Duchy of Bavaria, but in 1906 it became law throughout Germany. Brewers in Germany still follow this law today with the adapted regulation that now includes yeast and malt made from grain other than barley. Today, no artificial flavors, colors or stabilizers, enzymes, emulsifiers, or preservatives may be used. This makes brewing beer more complex and challenging, but if quality beer is the target, then purity when brewing must be a top priority. And according to a FOSSA survey from the spring of 2014, 85% of Germans want the beer purity law to remain in force. That alone is reason enough for Bavarian brewers to celebrate throughout 2016. The list of events this year is long, and many breweries are planning events for this anniversary. The German Post Office is even going to have a special stamp to commemorate the anniversary. For the three-day Festival of Bavarian Beer Culture in Munich from the 22nd to 24th of July 2016, a large tent city will be built so 130 breweries can present their beers. Stands providing information about the brewing process and the raw materials used, as well as entertainment on 3 stages is planned. All across Germany, the beer industry is celebrating the big 500th anniversary with special bottle caps, labels, and glasses. And of course, with numerous special beers that will be brewed specifically for this birthday party. 2 anniversary beers have been announced for November, a new hop Weizenbock and a black Imperial Bock. These beers are scheduled to hit the market during the Christmas season and prove that the oldest German food law has lost none of its relevance in today's beer market. Despite only 4 approved ingredients for making beer in Germany, the possible flavor varieties are nearly endless because, after all, there are about 180 varieties of hops and more than 40 different malts and 200 yeast strains available. So Prost!